Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're all well. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, give us a big old thumbs up. Hell, it's free, it doesn't even cost you anything. Don't make a lot off these videos. This video might make a quarter. If you think we're all getting YouTube rich, have you? We are not. Some people are, but I am not. Do these just to show what I'm doing and to try to help people out. We've got a loop here of the Duke's chain. It's a 72 driver, 50 gauge, 20 inch. Very, very common chain. I ran these chains quite a bit. They're okay. Good budget friendly chain. They do stretch a lot. If you somewhere cutting dirty or a rocky place, I'll just tell you they don't hold the edge very well at all. And that's right out of the box, but we're going to try to put our grind on one. And I've got a saw I just built, the little 361. We're wanting to try that out, so we're going to kind of kill two birds with one stone. But mainly this is about the grinding stone that I put on the grinder. It had a name. It was from Tecomec, the brand of grinder that I'm using, which is basically the same thing as an Oregon. It's the same grinder as a 410-120. They call it the Jolly Evo. I've had this grinder for several years now. It has ground many a loop of chain, and I've just now upgraded the grinding wheel. I'd seen a lot of you other guys get upgraded wheels. I got online looking, and this is what they say their highest quality wheel is that they sell. It's a Vitrified. It does have another name. I'll try to copy that and paste it here in a caption somewhere, but enough of that nonsense, not what you guys are wanting to see. Angles we are running right now, 50 on the head angle. Some people may think that's a little aggressive. Hey, I like it. I like a grabby pulley chain. We got 25 on the top plate, and on the downward tilt I've got 10 degrees set. So if you want to copy this grind, you can do so, and we will check our acres, or drags we call them, here in my neck of the woods with the proper depth gauge and get them set to proper depth before we put our saw on a piece of wood. What I'm cutting on, someone asked if it was locust. It's not. I'm pretty sure it's a mulberry or something in that species of tree. Put you in mind of cutting black locust. It is hard. Seems the longer it sits, the harder it is to cut. Not a big piece of wood, but you know, it'll be a good test for this saw. Just fill it out and see what we have. I do have a tree that we have down that we're going to get tomorrow evening. Should be enough test wood to do me through the summer and into the fall, if not longer. But with that said, I'll get you guys off of me and get you onto the grinder, and we will go from there. Okay guys, I feel kind of stupid. I sit and ground the whole side of the chain on the other side of the cutters and did not have the microphone on, so yeah, we had no audio, so that one gets scrapped. We're set up now. An easy way to remember if you're adjusting the downward tilt, which is the angle that's down here on the grinder on the back side, when the cutter's on this side of the chain, you want to push away. If it's on the back side of the chain, you want to pull toward you. If that makes any sense at all to anyone. Like a razor. And the cutter just doesn't really get that hot either. Some people may think I'm taking a lot, but I'm honestly changing the angle of the cutter. So you'd honestly probably have to get a caliper, a feeler gauge or something out. And I like to tap and bounce, mainly because my hands are shaky. it keeps from cooking your cutter. You don't want to just sit and grind. And this chain, I will say, it does fall back easy if you're out in the woods and you've got a fall right out of the box. I think I'd mentioned it earlier, maybe not, but if you're somewhere in a dirty, rocky situation, this chain will lose its edge very quickly, which a Husky C83 does too. I'm not a fan of that chain at all. My favorite loop of chain, honestly, is probably Oregon EXL. And I'm a fan of the Holzforma chain as well. It is what it is. For the price of this chain, though, it's pretty hard to beat. I think I got 3 loops of it shipped to my door for 42, 43 bucks or something. Hell, you can't get 2 loops of anything else for that. I think I bought some Oregon LGX a while back that was about $19 a loop shipped. That was pretty good. I'm really liking this wheel. Mainly, it seems to put a good sharp edge on it more consistently and a lot quicker. I've not shaped it or anything. It's just a rock right out of the box. And I really like how it pulls in the wood. I understand that 50-degree head tilt, if I didn't go over that earlier, isn't for everybody. Again, grinding numbers 50, 25, and 10 if you want to try this. Factory Oregon full chisel chain are usually 55, 25, and 10. I've been out with Dad fencing this morning. Gonna go tomorrow evening. We fell a pretty big poplar the day before yesterday. I'm going to bring 90% of that home for test wood. Should be enough of it to do me on through the spring and summer and the fall, depending on how many saws we get here to work on. I need to sell a lot of saws, so you guys can look for that. I'll probably put them on eBay. Mainly they're just sitting there collecting dust, and the money would look better in my bank account. I think we're going to start with old McCulloch's. So if there's something I've got and you're interested in it, let me know. We will set the drags on this chain. I'll probably set on the hardwood setting. And that's the one we started with. I'll pull this off and give you guys a look at it, and I'll get it set up on the saw, check the drags and see where they're at, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to make a cut. Getting a pretty good look at that. Hot plate. Somebody had commented on one of my grinding videos and said I was doing it wrong. The top plate angle looked funky. everybody's a damn expert when it comes to this stuff, I guess, but seems there's very few damn people actually showing you, other than some of us here on the YouTubes. In my opinion, that's a good looking cutter. Can I come close to that, the hand file? Yeah, I can if I want to spend some time on it, but that's doing really, really well. But anyway, I'll get this all set up and bring you guys back. Like I said, she's a little high strung. That wood's really, really hard. If you think you've cut hard wood, you've probably not. If you've not cut that, but again, it's a good test for a saw. Most people may think I'm beating on that, and it's just a fresh build with just a few heat cycles, but you learn over the years a lot of what you see online is BS. I see guys letting set one idle a tank through it. It's not how two-strokes designed to run or operate. It is what it is. I've built a lot of car engines and all. Break them in how you're going to run them. I could set the drags on that chain a little more aggressive even in that wood, but I think she's pulling pretty good, doing really, really well just for the first few rounds of shakedown runs. Did seem to like a little more fuel on the pull up there at the end. Again, I'm not beating a dead horse here. It's a very hard wood. Red oak's like cutting butter compared to that. Even hickory is nothing to that. But with that said, got a lot of man hours in this build. I'm sure once we get a good ring seat, she'll pick up even more power. I don't know. It seems to be pulling pretty good. That chain's cutting good and smooth. There was a couple crooked cuts. I thought it might have been the chain, but lo and behold, as usual, it was me. The one time or couple that I set and just let it self-feed and do its own thing, it was just straight as glass through it and smooth as butter. But anyway, anyone that followed this, we do appreciate it. I hope y'all have a great day.